In this video, we will talk about trimming and splitting clips and some other things you can do with clips. So right now we have a few videos, we have a few images that we've added to our timeline. Some of these may be longer than we really like, so we can just move our blue line and start playing the video and see how long we'd like this to be. If we feel like this is getting too long, we can just stop where we want the action to end. And right where our blue line is, that is where the clip will be split. So once we have the blue line in the spot we want it, we'll go right here where it says split, click that, and then it will make a cut in that piece of media. The second part will be highlighted, so if you wanted to get rid of that second part, you can just click the delete button. If you decided the front part was what you wanted to get rid of, you could just click on that and then click delete. But I am going to get rid of the second half. So I'm going to delete that. Once I do that, you'll notice this gap between the clips. So you do want to highlight all the following clips and drag them over to close that gap. So now we have another video of elephants, and this might be a little bit long too. So we have a choice here. Instead of just doing the split, we can also trim a clip. So to trim, all we have to do is go on the clip, go to the end or the beginning, wherever we want to trim from. And when we see the arrow pointing in two opposite directions, we click and drag back to wherever we want the action to end there. And then we will have split that clip as well, or trim that clip. So now again, we have that gap, so I'm going to highlight the following clips and move them over. So that's how to split and trim clips. There are some other things you can do with clips. So for example, if you double click on any of these clips, this box opens where you have a lot of different options of things you can do. The first option is transform. Transform is to change, gives you the opportunity to change the size. So you'll see this scale slider. So you can click on that and zoom in or make it smaller. This is good when you want sort of like a picture to appear on a part of your video screen. You can make it smaller and put it in a corner. But I do want this to fill my whole screen. So I'm just going to go back to around 1. And you can also change the position here by selecting certain X and Y numbers. But the easier way to do it is just to place your mouse over the screen and move it around as wherever you'd like it to go. You also have the option to flip. So you can change the direction that the tiger is looking, and also to rotate. Okay, this doesn't make sense for this picture, but for certain other things you may want to use the rotate. Opacity is something we're going to talk about in another video. And then you also have the option to fade and add a blurred background. The blurred background is only when your image is not taking up the whole screen. So just say the image is smaller than the screen and you have all this black around. If you select blurred background, it just gives you this sort of blurred image of what the original image is. As far as fade, if I click on fade, I can set it to fade in at the beginning and fade out, and I can choose any number of seconds that I want for that. So once I'm done with all that, I can click Save Changes. I'm just actually going to put this back to 1 and then click Save Changes. Okay, I'm also going to double click on this again to show you some other options you have. You can also crop an image. So once you click crop, you can crop using these slide bars from the left or the right, or from the bottom or the top. You can also do it on the screen. If this is a little smaller, you can see some of these bars that I can crop from here, from the top and bottom, and also from the left and right. But you can do it here as well. Animation is a little bit more advanced. Keying is something we'll use when we go to green screen, and you can play with the color by changing some of these options, and you can also change the speed. So if you wanted this movement to go slower, you could move it to the left, and you'll see now the tiger is in slow motion. Or if you wanted to speed it up, you go to the right. And now you'll see he's in quicker motion. So those are some of the options you have for manipulating clips.